live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go Anchors.
Hey South, you know, all this nice weather has really been curing my depression.
I know, right? The sun is out and I can feel my worries melting away.
I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, I agree. Spring is on its way.
Let's just hope the weather stays this way in the coming days.
Speaking of spring, Tolo is getting closer and tickets go on sale on Monday. Get all those fines cleared so you can purchase your ticket. And remember, if you want to bring a guest forms are due in less than a month at the ASB window. Students, you may not order DoorDash and Uber Eats to the school during school hours. You are not authorized to meet delivery drivers and they will be turned away, so just save that for after school. Leadership class is collecting blankets. If you have an unneeded blanket, they can be donated at the library. There are boxes that correspond with each class, and the class with the most donations at the end of March will receive a special prize.
Last night, girls water polo opened their season against Puyallup. Strong goalie play all game, and our field play improved as the game wore on. The 3 goals came from Emma with 2 goals and AZ with 1. JV fell short of the Vikings, but it was the first time playing water polo for every single SK player. Shelby played amazingly in the goal, and goals were scored by Tessa, Mackenzie, and Saya. This dished in, track athletes will not be released today at 1:30. Instead, they will meet at the pool parking lot at 2:10, and their bus will leave at 2:15. In the scheduled events today, track will be at Peninsula starting at 3:30. Girls tennis will take on Puyallup with varsity at home and JV away. Varsity baseball will try to score some runs against Olympia. JV will be at home and varsity will be at away. Tomorrow, all 3 boys soccer team will be playing at home with C team playing against Olympic and JV, and varsity playing against Union. Come out and support your fellow Wolves. Fast pitch will be playing Curtis with JV playing away and varsity at home. Bates Technical College is hosting an open house next month. If you would like to go see the programs available to you after graduation, stop by the Career Center and pick up a field trip permission form. Forms will be due March 30th. It's already looking to be the biggest election season in decades, and you have the choice to make your voice heard.
In the last presidential election, only 58% of our teens in Washington state voted. According to the Chrysler Family Foundation, there was 271,000 voters between the ages of 18 and 24 who voted. And of that 271,000 people, they made up only 52% of that age group that could vote. According to the Washington Secretary of State, in 2020, around 84% of registered voters actually voted in that year's presidential election. In this year's presidential primary, there are currently 4,800,000 active voters statewide. Many of us students are new to voting this year, and it's a big year for voting with the presidential election occurring this year. In the 2022 midterm election, less than 40% of registered voters between the ages of 18 and 24 participated in that year. If you are registered to vote, you should have already gotten a ballot in the mail along with a voter's guide. Your ballot should look something like this. As for this year's election, the due date was Tuesday. But don't worry, the next 2 elections are the primary election, which is due on the 6th of August, and the general election, which is due November 6th. There are many locations around the county where you can drop your ballots off. You have a voice, so make sure you use it. For WTV, I'm Owen Kudrina.
Remember, you have a voice. Make it heard this year. Juniors and seniors, if you need to take the ELA state exam this year, it'll take place next week on Thursday and Friday. You should receive information about this test, but if you're unsure, check with Miss Wood in the library. Juniors, there is a scholarship available from John Paul Jones Masonic Lodge. The application is due by the end of the month, and you need 2 letters of recommendation to apply, so get it done sooner rather than later. More details are in your Google Classroom. Seniors, there are 18 different scholarships that you can apply for on the SKHS scholarship page. Last year, Kiwanis gave out 13 scholarships worth over $25,000. This year, the Port Orchard Rotary will award up to 11 students with scholarships, totaling $34,000. Apply as soon as possible. Support the senior class and purchase a water bottle, Gatorade, or Sunny D for $1 at the ASB office while supplies last. All proceeds will help support prom.
Have you purchased your yearbook? Don't miss out. Yearbooks are $65. Order yours online or at the ASB office ASAP. The Interact Club is continuing to work on improving Kitsap Regional Park. They'll be meeting on Saturday at 10 a.m. to finish the trail, as well as hosting a pizza party at noon afterwards. Green Team has plans to have another meeting next Tuesday in room 226, which is Mrs. Durst's room. During the next meeting, they'll be learning about personal carbon footprints, and if you would like to participate, try to bring a charged phone or a computer to the meeting. Speech and debate will not be meeting again until after spring break. Their next meeting will be April 11th, and they'll meet every other week for the rest of the year. World Builders will now be meeting on Tuesdays, starting March 26th. They will not be meeting next week due to the Youth Rally for Human Rights at OC. The clubs meeting today are 3D Wit, Art, Paint into Purpose through the Arts, Bible, Ceramics, DECA, FCCLA, which will have a debrief on their state leadership conference. Also meeting are FFA, German, Japanese, Psychology, Shades of Color, and Spanish. Meeting tomorrow will be Pickleball in the morning and Advocates of Human Rights and AAPI.
Hey, did you know that today is National Pie Day?
Like the dessert?
No, the irrational number, 3.14159, because March is the third month of the year and it is the 14th.
That makes sense. I guess I was really hoping for actual food because I'm really hungry.
I agree. Let's go get lunch. Well, I've been Elise.
And I've been Clark. Have a great rest of your day, South.